What are we driving? We are driving Ryan's 2017 brand new 6,000 miles on it WRX. No longer called an Impreza. What are my impressions so far? I'm driving an Evo. At least it looks like it from the front. I've said that from the beginning. I've said that since 2015. I said that the moment this car went into actual production. The taillights are of a Scion TC or a Toyota Corolla. But the performance of it is nowhere near anything Scion or Toyota would put into a car. At least not yet, not to date. And this is not really near the Evo. This can be qualified as the Rally R. There are some key features that I am noticing here. As you're driving this car, I don't know the science behind it. Approaching a corner at a high rate of speed and you put in a certain amount of input on the steering wheel, one of these brake rotors up here at the front feel like they're braking. I'm assuming this is allowing the car to turn a little bit tighter and a little bit faster. Something you can find on the Focus RS and the Focus ST and the Fiesta ST. All those Fords have the corner vectoring ability. Now I'm assuming that this is available also in the STI version. If it's not, well, you probably don't need it. If you buy this car, go and buy some Hawk HPS brakes or some StopTechs or some EBC red stuff or green stuff, anything that's not these brakes. These brakes are, I'm pushing them down and it needs to decide whether it actually wants to do what I'm asking it to do, and that's kind of not the greatest thing that I'm looking for, especially in a Canyon Carver. I mean, hey, if you drive like me, these brakes are going to make you a better driver because they don't work. Well, when you go into a corner at a high rate of speed, then you're kind of going into the, you're praying. You're going into the pray mode that I'm going to turn, and I really hope these from factory tires grab. And I really hope the downshifting I'm doing is going to work. Recommendation 1, if you buy this car, buy new brakes with it. Have Subaru install them that same day because they are not up to par. It's not up to par with anything that I drive. But I did have a lot of doubts for it. Way too many doubts about this car and its ability. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But a lot of cars will get on this road and from factory stock don't really have a whole lot of the handling ability to actually get tossed around it, and especially the pace that I've done this. Prepare to stop. Okay, I'm stopped. Oh! Part of the road eroded. Okay, so where we're going now. This road is called Skyhaven Road. Since it's been raining very heavily in Southern California, which no one's prepared for. We'll see if I can do anything fun here. If I can do any, oh Lord! No. We're turning around. Now, turning around, we are using this here, the rear view camera, which is a little surreal. How it works. It's okay. We're going into ruts. We're going back into ruts. I'm looking for a place to turn around, and there is none. Oh, okay. Pro tip: if you're using that as your main way of doing anything with this car, don't take it out of reverse. Just clutch in. ruined the throwout bearing. And keep these green bars on the road. Now I'm doing this completely. I've never used one of these backup cameras before, so this is kind of a massive luxury for me. And I'm kind of doing this to challenge myself too, to see how good this backup camera is with its lines, and I have yet to end up in a ditch. Good job, Subaru. Very interesting information on this screen. Okay, now we're back on the main road, which now we're going to cock ourselves in the correct direction and take off. Something I learned while driving up and down those canyons is that these seats are great. Subaru has a long history of having probably the worst seats in all of drivers' cars. And that has kind of been the case ever since 2005, when they decided to go away from Momo with their steering wheel and their seats. And they started to do their own seats. They're finally good again. These seats have the greatest side supports that I have ever felt in a stock Subaru car ever. These seats grab you. You go into a corner, you go into, like I was doing, you go into a corner that is way too fast. In most seats, especially like in my Subaru, you would fall out of the seat. You'd just kind of slide a little bit out of the seat. This, it says, hold on, buddy, I got you. These seats grab you like a redneck and a Budweiser. Now, I do want to give a couple specs about this car, and I know this is probably really boring stuff that people might already know. This car from the factory cost $31,000 with everything included on it. It's got 268 horsepower. It has 258 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPMs. It's got a 7-inch infotainment screen for you to do all your computering. It has this center extension arm thing. Don't know why. It's got this auto dimming mirror, which is actually a unique feature that I really like, because, well, sometimes it's really annoying to just dim the mirror all the time or flip it back and forth. Sometimes you forget, and then there's that big lifted truck that high beams you, or low beams you really, and then you're like, ah, man, I'm blind. Right, so that's nice. This car comes with Harman Kardon audio. Now, it's a premium upgrade that this car has, but it's a really nice feature. I've never really been into sound, but I could tell immediately the difference between a normal Subaru sound system and the Harman Kardon sound system. Night and day difference. This car comes with Subaru Starlight, which is basically an OnStar system, or a system like that, where if you need roadside assistance, they're there for you to help you out with that. Like I said earlier, it's got the Sport Tune suspension, which, quotations, I don't know what that means. This car also gets Subaru claims. I never really tested that part about it, because my driving style is very different from everybody else's driving style, because I like to drive for performance. This car gets between 27 miles a gallon on the highway and 20 miles a gallon in the city. These cars are not good gas mileage cars. They have never been good gas mileage cars, and they will never be good gas mileage cars as long as there is an all-wheel drive system going on here. It's just a fact. If you're buying this car, you're not buying it for gas mileage purposes, and if you are, you should go buy this car's younger brother, the Honda Civic. It's not fun, it's not exciting, but it'll get you from point A to point B in an unexciting form. And that's it. That is it. So I've been driving this car for about a week now. I've gotten a full week to feel it, to know how it works, to see the features on it. So I thought to myself, what would make it more lively? What would pep it up? So I did that. What I did on my 1997 Subaru Impreza, the green car that I rallycrossed, is I got it and I looked at it and I was like, that's an alright car. I got it when I was 16. I didn't know any better. I was still a car person, but I was really still trying to just enter the world of the cars, right? So I was like, yeah, it's an alright car. I know it's all-wheel drive and I know it goes fast on a dirt road. But then I saw a video on ESPN of Colin McRae ripping one of those cars, tearing up roads, and it sounded good. So you know what I did? I went over to my dad. I said, hey, Dad, how do I get my car to sound like that one that's on the TV? And he said, hey, it's simple. We'll go do it in the garage right now. You'll love it. And he was right. Went down in the garage, we jacked it up, we unbolted it from right after the cat, turned it on, and he said, we'll do that just as a tester to see if you actually like that sound or if you can drive with that sound. Took it off, turned it on. My first love when I was just 16 years old, I was a wee lad. That car turned on. Her name is Sue, and she stole my heart. Absolutely. It sounded magnificent. It turned into a lively beast. It didn't sound like a grandma's car anymore. It didn't smell like a grandma's car anymore. It wasn't just that green, baby puke green car anymore. It was a monster. It ripped up and down the roads. It didn't go fast at all, but it sounded good. So I took the mufflers off of this car. And well, it took 15 minutes to do, and a 14 millimeter socket and a 14 millimeter wrench on the back end to back it up, and I took it off. I turned it on. And it sounded exactly the same. Granted, in the story I just told, we took it from the cat off, but when we sawzawed off the mufflers to achieve the same sound, it was the same sound. It was still the lively sound. It sounded broken. It sounded like it didn't work anymore. It sounded good. This, being equal length headers, does not sound good. It doesn't even grumble or pop more. I mean, once or twice more, sure, but it's not like a night and day difference on livening the car up. Well, no, for sure, we're going to have to take it off-road, right? The smoke cloud that I've accrued back here is absolutely incredible. This must look like a rally car from the back. Doing 110 miles an hour on a dirt road. So that's exciting. forward throws a U-turn in the mud. I'll try and get a shot of this real quick. Alright, that's just fun. This steering wheel is absolutely fantastic. I love this steering wheel to death. If I could have this wheel in my car, oh, I would. This wheel, the thickness of this wheel is almost perfect. It's not massively thick to where it's like, you know, you're lobster clawing things, but it's not too small to where it's like a rope, right? This is a good thick wheel. And I know how I probably sounded, and that doesn't sound good. It's got these 10 and 2 notches that feel like they're really supposed to be there. I've been in cars that, well, it doesn't feel like they're supposed to be there. They just kind of feel flimsy and, well, bad. This one, though, is a firm. It's got a flat bottom. It's got the flat sides. It just feels nice. What I don't like about this steering wheel is that it is way too complicated. There is way too much stuff going on here. It's like the most busiest wheel I've ever seen on a Subaru. Cruise control on this side of the wheel, right here, right? Woo! This side. Turn on, turn off. When you turn it on, you can set it. You can cancel it with that button, or you can reset it by pushing the thing up, and then cancel it again by hitting the cancel button. On this side of the wheel, now this is where we're getting crazy. Let me try and describe to you what's going on here, right? Okay, so on this side of the wheel, it looks like Subaru called Microsoft, and they said, hey, Microsoft, can we borrow the template and the layout for Windows 8 and put it on our steering wheel? Microsoft said, sure, why not? Spread the love. Nobody liked it anyway. Boom, put it right here. Let me describe it to you. You got a return button, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what the return button does. I'm sure it has something to do with this whole infotainment thing, which that's got a mind of its own, and there's way too much going on there for people to drive normally anyway. You've got a grid grocery list button here, because I guess if you're driving to the store and your wife says, honey, I really need you to go and get some milk, she can add to the list and it'll appear here. That's what this button looks like. Now what it actually does is when you hit it, genres and stuff pop up with your Sirius XM. Now assuming if I change the source, which there's a button for that right here, change the source, AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth, the aux cable, the USB cord, your friend Denise's phone that's in her Outback in the next lane over. I think it's a talk to text, which if you hit it,
what would you like to do?
It starts yelling at you. Play music. Call Ryan. So, this is dumb. Press this button and I say call Ryan. It says Paul Ryan's the speaker of the house. I don't need to know that information. I'm driving a car here. You pick up a call, I think, if someone's calling you through your phone, you know, hands-free. And you can end the phone call. More hands-free things. Good, that's good for people, I guess, on the move and commuting, which this is what the car is intended towards. But I don't know why you need all of these buttons. The twin scroll turbo isn't actually a bad thing. You reach max torque at 2,000 RPMs. The only con to the part of it reaching torque so fast is that it doesn't feel exciting anymore. At least to me. I'll show you an example. I'm going to dramatize what I feel when I get on it in this car. Downshift. Boost. Nothing. Shift. Boost. Nothing. Shift. Boost. Nothing. The entire time I was boosting and I was accelerating fast. the seat of the pants feel is just not there. Now, this car does have a lot going on for it. I'm not going to say that it's a bad car. Would I buy it? No. I wouldn't buy this car. This car doesn't have the features and things that I look for, which is a way better suspension system that doesn't have as much body roll. This thing's got some body roll. I look for a car that isn't as floaty. Would I recommend this car to, well, normal people that don't look for blazing power, a super stiff ride that is almost chiropractic? Yeah, I would very much recommend this car to the person that really likes getting to work in a fun fashion. This type of power isn't normal for regular people that aren't usually in a 400 horsepower car or a 500 horsepower car, stuff of that sort. I recommend this car to the person that likes to do things, to go out and do things, that wants to go out and hike up to Hatchapee Mountain Park, to get there, to go up to Mountain High up in Wrightwood, to go to Big Bear, to go to Big Bear, to go up slopes, to do all of those sorts of things. I would recommend this car to that thrill seeker. If you're into high horsepower, if you're into throw you back in the seat and keep you there kind of power, if you're looking for a car that corners and does the whole canyon carving thing like nobody's business, this would be a good recommendation. But not for me.